hasn't?
She can. He can bring whoever he wants. He needs to maybe not go to that one though. So y'all didn't have like, fitness requirements or weight requirements or anything?
Hey, I got 11 on 11 when I did my pop in December. Thank you very much.
Okay.
I went ahead and did it on my own.
You're dedicated.
You know, he's not on every shift. That would have to, I think we should apply to everyone.
Denny's not coming. If Dave isn't coming and Summer isn't coming, that's pretty much the whole committee, correct?
Yeah.
So we're pretty much it. Okay, we'll wait another
Not
minute.
like a capital audience.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Quick and easy.
Well, it's usually been very uneventful. And of course, Rod, he's probably not gonna show up because, what Rod does.
So we'll give it a couple minutes and just to see if Mark or Carson show up or whatever. How are you,
We have our
Tom?
one
Pretty good.
captive audience.
You-
Did it say 6 o'clock on the website?
Yeah,
It says 6?
right.
I thought it was 6:30. Is it 6?
I don't know, I just went by
It's
your
always
unit.
been 6:30. I never even
Okay.
looked at the website.
I thought that's what Jim told me was 6:30.
I've never looked at the website.
No, it's always said 6 on the website.
It's always said 6 on the website?
I thought you changed it or something. At first I thought it was canceled. So if you see my phone number on your caller ID, I called you to see.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he called me.
Thank,
Oh, I
she's
was
brave
over
in his
at
her
our
cell
son and
numbers.
daughter-in-law's having dinner, yeah. Sorry. Okay, so we're gonna stick with 6:30. I am wow, I guess
I'm good, whenever.
we should have just said, okay, all committee meetings in
All
the
of
evening
them. I
start
know,
at
it's
6 or
confusing.
6:30 or whatever, because we're jumping all over the place.
Well, when you're on every one of them.
Yeah, I know. Well, that makes it hard for me, yeah. Makes it hard for me. Well, I left finance just because it was, I've been on every committee. Well, I'd be on the committee and then Mike's on fire authority, so that made both of us, and I think that was good, so. Okey dokey, let's go ahead and start the meeting. All right, soon to be chief, tell us what you got going on here.
Well, this is again the report that we done. We're actually working on a new cover for you. It'll be in
Awesome,
process.
thank you very much.
It'll debut at the next at the
Council meeting?
Yeah, sure, sure.
yeah. Is that when you get the reports or you get them
Yeah,
at the
council meeting, which will be the 23rd.
Yep, it'll debut then. That
Awesome.
looks good. I think you guys will like it.
Okay.
As you see, we've had pretty much everything has been pretty much the same the last month, with the exception of we have noticed a couple of an increase in thefts a little bit more.
Okay.
Some of them are yard items that have been taken. There was a laptop out of a car, but we're not sure if it was stolen in our city or Fort Mitchell.
Oh, okay.
So we're kind of pushing it.
But the
forward.
car probably was unlocked.
Unlocked, yes.
Okay.
Had a MacBook Pro or something, one of the Mac computers in it.
Crime of opportunity.
So we are seeing a little bit of an increase, but with the warm weather.
Anything in particular they're stealing out of the yards?
No, well, some of them were like the yard decorations. It was kind
Okay.
of odd and in stuff, so almost like a juvenile kind of thing. But we're kind of looking at those and seeing if there's a pattern to them.
Okay.
We really haven't seen anything, a pattern, like a certain day or certain time.
Okay.
We did catch some kids in a house down on new construction down on dead end of Squire Valley. What's that
Okay.
new Winter Haven? It's a total.
Yeah,
It's a
there
total.
is a winter haven, that could be it, okay.
They were in there, so we caught them, sent them home to their parents. And then the April cases, basically, these are all the cases we opened up in April. Theft, so we had 3 theft cases, 2 harassing communications, both of those were closed. Identity theft, that's one thing we are seeing still a lot of. If you've read the paper, people going online, doing fake tax forms, using people's information. So when people are filing their tax forms, saying, "Wait a minute, you just filed one." No, I didn't. One lady got a check for $5,000, and she said, "I never filed my taxes." And then a couple of these people, these 2 with the identity thefts here, the IRS is taking over the case on those.
Wow.
I'm trying to get in line.
So is that something new that you're seeing now, or has it been in
This
the-
year,
This year?
actually, I think, if
Oh,
I'm correct.
wow.
We've seen a lot more of that this year, that theft on the
I think Richard Mack had
taxes.
something.
So they do that, but then they have the check sent to the people, the check is.
Well, I think this guy, whoever did this one sent her the $5,000 check, I don't think he knew what he was doing, they knew what he was doing. But the
Oh,
others,
yeah.
they've gotten checks out of them, I think.
Wow.
So the IRS says they wait a minute, and then they've investigated them, so far we haven't heard anything. Terroristic threatening case was closed.
Where's that at?
I can get my glasses back on. Oh, that was
think we're
over
all
on,
there.
that was over on Valley Trails. It was a boyfriend of a ex-wife or
Somebody
something.
just threatened that, okay, and then they didn't alert you,
Corner.
okay.
Advised warrants on those.
This is great, thank you for putting what's closed and stuff.
Yeah,
So-
That's great, because I kept sitting there thinking, how do you know that we're progressing
Yeah.
here?
Yeah. Well, these are all just April. Now, what I'm gonna do, once I get settled in, is I'm gonna go back over the cases that we have, whatever open cases we have. If there's no activity on it, we'll do like a suspension or a close.
So you don't do close clear?
If I'm correct, if we can't do closed cleared, if it's just from lack of any
Close,
further evidence.
close it means you can't file charges.
Right.
Cleared means you either file charges or complaint was uncooperative, or prosecution refused, or something like that. Cleared is better, because what it does, it gives you an idea of how well you're doing successfully in your cases.
Like if we have open, but we just don't have enough evidence to proceed, do you close them out, or do
Yeah,
we
you just close, you
close
used to
them out?
call, when I worked for Covington, it was exhausted all leads.
Okay, is that what you?
Yeah, and then, because closed, you can always open back up.
Okay.
And then cleared was just, cleared means you actually did what you had to do to satisfy the case. You know the outcome of the case one way or another.
Yeah, so that's what we'll actually be closing, whatever we don't
Okay,
have leads
great.
on, we're gonna close
I
out.
know you go into KY ops, and you can do all that stuff again.
Yeah, yeah.
You also know when you go into KY ops, you should have your officers not, what happens is your officers will submit the report, and then your supervisors will get in there and they can actually change, I believe, the type of case it is. And
Yes.
what we try to do that is with Richard, depending on the circumstances, because you don't want a case, you don't want the officer to make a mistake or label something that it could have been labeled something else. You don't want someone labeling it a burglary, although most officers know the difference, but theoretically, you don't want it to be a burglary when it's a theft,
Okay.
and then because burglary sound worse. But you want to do what it is. But a lot of departments will go in and change the fields on the report to lower the statistics, to make it
Okay.
look like maybe things aren't as bad as they are. So, but you're supposed to do it the way to, pay attention. Richard knows how to do that.
Yeah.
I don't. Well, I have an idea.
Yeah. I'll actually be, when we get set up, I'll be reviewing the reports once I get set up in the system. That way, I also know what's coming in, so I have a better feel of what's coming in. I usually try to read the reports. We don't have that many that I can't sit down in the morning and do that, so.
Well, yeah.
We have very few. Dispatch calls, 9 were dispatched, that were outside the city, I'm sorry, 9 were dispatched, 2 were self-initiated, so.
Okay.
We've been doing some covering.
This, fire assist
Yes, ma'am.
vehicle, what do you?
Yeah, basically, any run that's, any run that is a fire run that is not usually tied to the Madonna Manor will go before, and we'll usually get there before the ambulance. That's just something we do, just to we go and we'll make sure everything's good, or if the person's getting bad, we'll be there to try to render aid. But they've had a lot lately, there's been a lot of
Yeah,
weird.
it just seems like that was a high number from.
That's what I thought too, and I kind of went through and it's like, yeah, we got 40, so.
Yeah.
We're running usually before the ambulance.
Okay, and these are all Villa Hills, or are these part of Crescent Springs?
No, these
too?
are all Villa Hills.
Just Villa
Yeah,
Hills, okay.
they'll dispatch, they'll notify us that they're sending our ambulance, and they'll give us the address, and we'll usually go and stand by and make sure we can assist them any way we can. But everything else is pretty much the same. We're getting the vacation checks are about 210, so it's about normal. some of the snowbirds are coming back for the
Yeah.
winter, so those are gonna drop a little bit. So I anticipate seeing a little more thefts, a little more on the theft part, just because it's getting warmer and we're starting to see a little uptick in it. So I anticipate that. We're gonna try to, once we get the manpower up, we're gonna try to rotate cars out to the busiest times, so we have more than one on the street at a time.
And Steve is going to start tomorrow?
Yeah, he's gonna swear in today, or tomorrow. He actually qualified as a range today.
Great.
So
Yeah,
he's,
so we'll be up and running.
Steve Ward from, I wanna say Chevy, but that's not right. It's Cleves.
Cleves, yeah, but he's a part-time there at Cleves. He lives in Hebron, Burlington.
I think
He's out there.
Is he
Florence
full-time or
area.
part-time?
Part-time.
Part-time.
So how many part-timers, how many
Well,
full-timers are you gonna have and how many part-timers?
Well, it'd be my position will be filled, the full-timer, that's the plan, and then the three part-timers. So Steve's filling one part-timer, we'll have two.
So how many full-time at all?
Six total with three part-timers.
So we're going on your recommendation from the whole meeting.
That's a good number.
And actually, I worked out June's schedule, we only had 8 hours of scheduled overtime for June.
Nice. Excellent.
So we're moving the shifts around a little bit to
It's amazing.
make the coverage a little different. Once I get those other two part-timers on, we're going to rotate them through, so they actually should cut down a little more.
Okay.
You know, there's
Well,
one-
with vacations and everything coming up, 8 hours of overtime for a whole month is outstanding for
Yeah,
us.
compared to,
Yeah, so.
40.
I saw your budget for overtime, that was insane. My budget's only $4,800 a year.
I don't think my budget for overtime is gonna be that much. I kinda gotta hit it, it's not gonna be that much. They kinda give me the, hey, it's not gonna be that much, so. But we are working on some stuff for next year. I call, for next year's budget, ABLs. We got to go ahead and install ABLs, they're free. County bought them, county will install them for free.
And ABLs are,
Automated vehicle locators,
okay.
I think that's what they're.
is that like a GPS?
Yeah, it's basically a GPS for the car, you can see where the
Excellent.
car's at, you
We
can
want
know the
this.
number. And it runs off the MDCs, so we'll
And
be
it's free.
free, total.
Wow.
Now, is that, down in dispatch and stuff, is that so that they know where everybody is, like everybody has a little bot or whatever?
Yeah, they'll actually be like you'll see a big screen, and there'll be like a little blue car up there, and
Okay.
next to it will be a number like VillaHillsSafety5, which is
Okay.
VillaHillsSafety5. You'll see that car, and you'll see where
Okay.
it's going, and if there's.
So they
if
can
there's a
track
reason.
everybody in the county except Erlanger or Crescent Springs, or do they?
Oh, eventually they will be.
Okay.
Not everybody's, I think Independence went to them, and somebody else went to them. Covington's always had them.
Awesome.
So you just click on the car, and you can follow the call that's going
Isn't
on.
that cool?
But it only
We've been
works
talking-
when the dispatch
we were gonna
works
do
when the
that.
laptop is on, correct?
Right, you have to have MDC, and it works through a program on the MDC.
Okay.
And then if there's an emergency, there's a button on the MDC you can hit, and the car will flash red, and they'll know there's an emergency, that the officer needs assistance or something.
We were gonna get those anyway, remember we were talking about that?
They're free.
I know, that's
Absolutely free.
crazy, that's great.
So,
It's
we're
more
making
like
arrangements
that.
on that. We're looking at a replacement vehicle. If you notice, the Durango's out there is getting
I
stripped.
noticed.
I think it had about $1,300 in repairs that needed, so it wasn't worth it.
So how many vehicles, because there's 2 out there, I think that we're gonna surplus.
Let's see, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one, 6, 7, well, 7 vehicles.
7 vehicles, and then we're
The
gonna
two
end up with
unmarked.
6, 7, 8, 9 officers.
Yeah, what we'll do is, we'll probably ask for, I would anticipate again next year asking for another.
Do they get on the
Another car.
rotation of
Yeah,
replacing them?
we got 3 cars we need to, Jim Winland's car's got over 100,000 on it. The Ford Crown Vic, which is in the back, that Greg Cummins works with, that's 126,000. And then the one of the unmarked, so we got a cage in it, has 87,000, so it's probably got 2 more years left. And then the other car has 51,000 on it, I think.
The other Crown Vic?
Yeah,
Okay.
which we'll leave that one, that color. We're actually looking, we're gonna get the other one painted white, and then
Good.
we'll stripe it, probably in we'll get it painted now and probably stripe it in July, so it's on next year's budget.
Yeah, we want to keep that striping the way it is.
I actually
I
got
know
some
you
coming
hate
up.
that, but
I got trucks working on some graphic.
New designs.
Yes,
Oh, good.
designs for you, so we won't stripe it.
Well, it's
until-
just, it's just, they put new ones
No,
on,
that's
it's
fine.
not that,
Yeah.
I really don't like it.
yeah.
So,
Mega's having a big sale right now.
Who is?
Mega.
actually, that's where I'm getting the call.
Are you? There you go, big sale.
I was gonna say, you can take it up to my brother's.
We just need it right, we just need it right. That's all we need. We'll have, we're gonna ask for some more MDCs, because we're down. We just didn't, we only got issued 6, so we're gonna ask the county to issue us 2 more. We need some more tasers and some more, we actually need some more portable radios, so we're gonna buy 2 of those on next year's budget.
Okay. And that's all been submitted to the mayor?
Yeah, and I think,
Okay.
I think he's gonna okay it. At least
Okay.
the last word I heard was he's gonna okay it.
Yeah.
I don't know, we might lose out on it.
Well, I think they've kind of put everything on hold because we've got some dollars out there that, we know we're gonna have to pay. We just don't know how much yet from the state for that spiking, so I think he's just kind of holding back to see if we get any information from them.
So we'll be, we're getting, we're just waiting, we're gonna start moving everything forward. So everything should go smooth here in the next month or so. There are advertising for part-time officers.
Saw that
The
today.
chiefs. Hopefully, we've got some interest though, we do have some
Good.
interest, not finding.
Try to take one of our officers already.
I just said we had an opening, no.
No, he said.
Well, don't let them.
Cody
You
knows
want
all-
your city to be safe, don't you?
Cody knows all
I know.
our chiefs know that.
I don't know if anyone else has talked to you about that or talked to anybody in the police department about it or whatever, but we have got, I'm sure you've probably seen those kids on those, I don't know if you call them moped, the little
Oh.
motorcycles and stuff.
You know,
I mean, they're flying up and down the street, Sierra, all the time. I caught one that, he hasn't been back, but was flying through our yards because it goes back to the park. And I caught him and, just asked him not to do that anymore because I got 2 little grandkids next
Oh, yeah.
door, if they come flying out of the back and, to use the roads back there, but they are just,
The little,
the little time, those
gas
things,
powered ones?
I guess,
I
there
don't
can't
know.
be any.
they seem like they're a little bit louder than
Well, they would have to.
battery.
Yeah, I would say
They're
gas,
probably
but I don't, but they're little ones. The kids
Yeah.
that are riding them are all scrunched up because, they sit real
little-
low to the ground, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But there's they're flying, I say they, it may be the same one, cause I can't really tell if the motorcycle or whatever it is different. But they are flying, they don't stop at stop signs, they don't do anything, they're just flying up and down Sierra. And I don't know if you have a clue where they live.
We'll
So I
start-
don't know
we'll-
where
we'll
they're
start
coming
looking
from,
for
so
that.
just,
Yeah.
if they will just kind of keep an eye out, for those little rascals, I would be afraid.
And up here at the Tom Braun complex,
Uh-huh.
Villa complex, there's teenagers, they've been parking in that parking lot hanging out. I went in there one night, I'm like, what are you doing? I'm like, what are you doing? Me and my dog.
I know,
And I just looking at him, stared at him, and then I drove around, and then I came back in, I said, what are y'all doing? They're like, what do you wanna know for? I said, look, I'm council and I'm chair of Parks and Rec, and this park is closed, and it doesn't look good at all, you all sitting here. So I suggested you leave. I almost called, and I thought, nah, I just.
yeah, they listen to you.
And then up here at Franzen, I went up last night and opened the bathrooms,
Uh-huh.
because they weren't open. Those have to be open every day and closed. So
Okay.
one of the members at the city club said he would go and make sure it was closed last night.
Okay.
But that's part of what the police used to do. They would open and close them.
Close it, I think Public Works opens them,
Oh, well, whatever.
except
if
for
we can-
Saturday and Sunday. But
Yeah,
I
if we
think
can
Wayne
get
does
that, worked out, because
Yeah,
we can't have, if the city club isn't gonna be responsible enough to open we have to have those open for those people. This little girl comes though, she looks big. She goes, oh, she goes, you know, she says, but I can go in the woods and go potty if you want me to. And I'm like, no, you're not doing that. Let me get this thing.
I'll send it out to them. I'll make sure they get on that and make sure we open it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, at least close them at night, I think, that's
Mhm.
how it was, so I assume you won't have keys somewhere.
Yes, you got it on key ring.
Okay, yeah.
And in the villa too.
Yes, yes. Of course, we got the 5K run coming up.
Mm-hmm.
We're set
How
for
many, do you have enough volunteers?
That's Saturday, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't think so, but I think we're gonna find a way of covering the spots.
Well,
Should be okay on it.
Mike and I, we'll do it. I always wait to make sure you don't get volunteers.
Yeah.
If you need us, we'll do it.
Yeah, I don't think, I'll check with Mel, make sure he works day shift tomorrow, but I'll let him know.
Okay,
I'm
let
sure
him
he-
know, and just let me know
Yes,
if you need us.
yes.
And then, if you want us, I don't know, do we check in up here at the park, or can you just give us our assignment? and we'll go
Mel
do
was
it?
probably sending you your assignment.
Perfect.
May just be here
And
at
at
this time.
we need to be there by 7:45, isn't that right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Because we won't close down the roads until they actually start running.
okay.
They're not going down Kenridge, right?
It's my understanding they are not.
Because they get there pretty quick.
Yeah, they're not, they're going past Kenridge on Amsterdam, but they know not to be
Okay.
doing anything now. Okay?
And bike rodeo the 4th, Joe Crow will actually be hitting that with Mel helping them.
Was it the 4th? I thought it was another date. I don't have my book on me.
I remember,
I got it
yeah, I thought it was the
somewhere.
4th.
Bike rodeo is June 4th.
Yeah.
Is that Saturday?
No, it's
Or
like a
Saturday.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
Wednesday?
Yeah, it's a weird day. Because I moved, I asked, I thought it was the 4th and the 6th would be the main day.
Oh, maybe that's what I'm getting confused with you.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
so.
And then, so we're set for that. Joe Crow, like I said, will be heading it, and Mel will be helping him, and I'll be up there with him.
Excuse me?
And lastly, I got is the August meeting. We talked about the picnics for the National Night Out and stuff like that.
Mhm.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna call it a little something different, so we don't have to pay the National Night Out. And I think we're gonna go with the idea of the mini picnics, like just.
Okay,
in
you wanna do
village.
those? Cause I was
Yeah.
gonna talk to you about that.
Yeah, I think we're gonna, that's an easier idea. It's probably, we can put some police cruisers up there, maybe see if the fire can come up at those times. But we'll maybe just do a 2-hour kind of a meet and greet, get to know the neighbors, it's kind of wrap it up as a community meeting.
Instead of doing the National Night Out?
Yeah, because you gotta pay for National Night Out. Isn't it like cops or something like that? You gotta pay, it's trademarked now. So you gotta pay a fee for it.
You don't do that. You don't do it. Now, what all supplies do you have, like, to give away, like, little, I
Oh,
noticed
well-
you had those gun lock things, those were, I took it for one.
I don't think we have any more of those. What we'll do is, we get, our new budget has the supply stuff in it. We'll order some supplies real quick in July and then get them in by the August. It'll be somewhere towards the mid part of August probably.
Okay, because I was gonna order some things also in that, Orient trading, well, of course, I know you want things that are marked for police specific. I don't know if they have that or not, but they have a discount going on
Oh.
and free shipping and different things, so. But I might order some things for that as well.
The thing is
Give
what
out.
we're doing is it's gonna be kinda close to schools. We might do like, bookmarks.
Okay.
You can get those, things like that. We'll have some
Do they
information on
read
it.
books anymore?
Yes, they do. Yeah, cause they have AR goals they have to meet.
So we'll do some things like that. We'll just little things like we can put together, and then we'll have enough for like dare and stuff like that. So
Okay.
we'll go ahead and order our supplies up. And then we just do a little, like maybe a 6 to 8, just a little 2-hour like window, just come up. Maybe we'll find a way.
Are we gonna
Some
have hot dogs?
Yeah, try to find a way of doing that or something.
Yeah, I think talking to the mayor and stuff, I think what we were thinking about is, having the hot dogs and some chips. And we'll take a grill with us, and then, maybe an ice ball machine. somebody suggested that, he volunteered your popcorn machine, said, well, Holly may bring her popcorn machine.
And do you know, he never bought me one. I found it on the side of the street and put that in my car.
I know. And, but anyway, something like that, and then I've talked to a couple people, and then, you know, thinking maybe if we could kind of get them just involved a little bit in different areas when we have it there, like maybe if they would just get some neighbors and stuff to make cupcakes or cookies or something, just something very simple, but yeah, to me, our police and da-da-da-da-da.
We could have water balloon toss or something.
Yeah, are you gonna, I know you talk about sector 1, sector 2, sector 3, I mean, I don't know if you're gonna divide the city up that way, or you're thinking about it. I was just trying to figure out strategically where to have all these little like meet and greets.
I'm kind of thinking of that in the
You're in
report
sector,
format,
those are
but by that time, I won't have that figured out.
Okay, so I'll just go with, we'll just kind of look at it. I'll get it probably won't be till next week, and then just sit and kind of, I got like 3 places that I know of, but then kind of look at the city and see where else we need to go and do this. Think about maybe what night would be good for you to do that, or what evening, if you want to keep it the same evening, or if you want to switch it around, if there would be different officers on duty different nights that would like to do this, however it works with you.
I think it's playing a little better.
You know, because I was just thinking, you know, it doesn't have to be a weekend, it can be just an evening,
Yeah, that's,
you know.
and I think something little, you know, just a little, something easy in the evenings,
And then somebody, I ran into a gal today in one of the areas I was thinking, and she says, you know, if we can make up a flyer, and then she says, just give them copies. She said, I'll go around to you tell me who you want to invite in my neighborhood, and I'll go around and pass them out. So, you know, if we can get little area pockets that we have some people that'll help us there, the neighbors and stuff, to spread the word and that. And then, you know, we're gonna, whoever on council wants to come up, I'm sure the mayor will be there as much as he can, and we might put him to work.
And then, should we talk about the neighborhood watch, or
If you want.
put out neighborhood watch information? I know we're gonna do the email thing.
Well,
I didn't
might
know
get
if we
some
could just,
emails
like,
from there.
Since we're getting the neighborhoods together, maybe just bring that out again, where it'd be good to watch out for your neighbor.
yeah, we could maybe make us some flyers or something to hand out at these, and then we'll ramp it up on the website.
Right.
And then start, you know, maybe in the fall, start ramping up the neighborhood watches again.
Okay.
Give us a little time, there's a lot going to go on here in the summer that is, you know, there's a lot that we have to get back on accreditation too,
Right.
and all that stuff, so, once we get through this would be a good kickoff though. Let's pass out the flyers at these little
Okay.
meetings, and then we'll hit it hard on the website, and then, I've figured the fall, I'll start the community meetings maybe a little earlier, and then each community meeting I'll bring up
Okay.
the neighborhood
Okay.
watch, and just see if we can garner some interest. That's usually, it's difficult because a lot of people got a lot of extra activities to do, and sometimes people can't just give out, you know, they don't have the hour. So we're kind of looking at maybe we do it somehow over the internet somehow, a new kind of approach. like
You know, and too, you
website.
might wanna, please add a house number to your property.
That's what we're gonna do.
You know what I'm
sure.
saying, put that somewhere, just
Yeah.
as a,
Yeah, because it is, with this new guy coming on, it's gonna be, the
Yeah.
biggest part for him is gonna be learning the streets. It's very difficult up here, and I ran a Tony, and I thought that was hard. This is way hard.
is it?
It is, it's because half your streets don't have signs.
Yeah, if you ever get
Yeah.
past any of those, please
Yeah.
let us know,
Yeah,
because
we
Public
need-
Works will get
We
them.
need new
We'll
signs.
get
And then when you're on
signs.
there, you're not sure, because you gotta learn the house numbers, like Covington was easy, if it was in Riverside, it was odd, or even, you know, non-Riverside, it was odd, and you knew how they ran. Here, it's kinda, you gotta learn from scratch.
Okay.
And there's really no, you got Amsterdam over, Amsterdam's pretty easy, Collins is pretty easy, it's when you get back in off of Sierra, and then you get those little
Well,
streets up
and
there.
Valley Trails, I think.
Yeah, Valley Trails is very difficult.
I mean, I still
Yeah.
don't know some of the streets.
You hit Wesley, and you've got all those little ones in there, and then Wesley, it goes from like 2700s to totally different. It's like,
Right, it does
they're all
do
screwed
that,
up.
that's,
So, we will begin,
Yeah, but if
Right,
you
so-
ever go, if you go there and look at it and say, man, we need a street sign here,
okay.
please, mark that location and then we can have.
yeah, that's crazy how they have a street
Yeah.
sign.
Now,
gonna get
when you
this
said
nice
meet and greet,
wrought
did you
iron.
wanna wait and start doing this in February, or did you wanna get this up and running?
I know.
Which,
The meet and greet, the little
When
like,
it's all hot, I'm having a
block
dog
party
pot
things.
too.
oh, yeah, no,
Everybody
we're going this summer.
Oh, okay, great, okay.
I'll try to, once I get settled in, I'll try to just give you some dates and say,
That would be great.
figure out an area that we wanna hit.
Yeah, that would be
And
great.
just-
And you can just go out, just give me as many dates as you want, and then we'll just kind of pick and see what works with the neighborhood and try and get a plan together. But you want to wait, like Neighborhood Watch, is to start that program maybe in the fall.
Fall, yeah,
Okay.
because it'll be, I can,
Sure.
once I've got, everything going and I got my feet kinda on the ground,
Mhm.
then I can devote more time to the neighborhood watch, and then I'll kinda get an idea of who I want to help.
You wanna stay
Start
on
that.
your street?
Yeah.
Sure. So, that's.
Cody, so we can have one on his street.
There you go.
Well, he's on a cul-de-sac.
Hey, how?
Oh, where at?
Cul-de-sacs would be
So he would
ideas.
be off of Meadowwood and
Meadowview.
Oh, that'd be
Meadowview.
perfect.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah, because I don't have anybody over there. That'd be
Yeah.
perfect. Okay, because then we can just get that area there.
Right.
That would take place. Okay.
Cul-de-sacs are always easy because it's just a little
So
turnaround. We can
everybody's
shut
gonna
off
be
the
using your
cul-de-sac.
bathroom.
Right.
Real easy, so.
Right.
Very good.
Everybody go to their own house or their bathroom, they'll just.
If they're on bed.
Porta potty in the front yard?
If they're neighbors, they can all, they can probably go back to their, I'm thinking little pockets. I'm not thinking, I'm thinking that they can walk home if they need to do that. I wish Rigney would be up and running because we could have it back there, but it won't be up
We
and
don't have
running.
it.
Well, I know, Holly, but if everybody I'm thinking having it on our street, because it's a short cul-de-sac, but I'm
Well,
saying
I
if
know
Rigney was
they'll
open.
be closer to their house, but in the park, it's not that close. His house,
No, whatever. And go to your house.
no.
So,
Okay, great. Yeah, give us a bunch of dates, that'd be perfect.
I'll come up with some dates for you. We'll probably do it in a couple week time frame, that way everybody gets in.
Yeah.
Like, I'll roll some officers in. We'll make sure it's well staffed by the officers. And lastly, this is kind of the new look shirt that we're gonna have. You notice there's no gold buttons on it.
Oh, nice,
That
okay.
was one of the conditions I gave the mayor.
Did you?
You
He
don't
was
ever
okay.
notice.
So, lame.
I just didn't like those gold buttons, I really didn't. I caught them on the steering wheel and the,
This is Villa Hills.
I kept ripping them off. It took me 10 minutes to change the
That's
shirt.
a you problem.
I don't know, it's just, so now I can
I didn't ever
change it.
notice gold buttons.
Yeah, we had the gold buttons.
I like the
What's your
one.
name tag on the same side of your badge?
That's the way they've been wearing them, but I don't have the power to change it just yet.
Little things like that.
Little change, no problems. I just gotta wait
Okay.
another day or so. But I'm good. That's all I really have. I've actually
Okay.
been pretty busy.
All right.
Well, that's all I had. I wanted just to bring this points up. Oh, and then this area, somebody said it again. Up here.
Where am I talking about?
Yeah.
There's some kind of activity.
No. Okay. Yeah, we don't wanna,
Huh?
we don't wanna talk about that right now. Yeah, you're aware of that?
Yeah, we'll
Okay.
keep looking into that.
Okay. Tom, you have any questions?
I don't think so, really. How big a groups are you planning on having for those, do you think? I know I heard you say keep it small, but.
I was just kind of, like I was thinking like, we live up here off of Sierra. So I was thinking like Sierra, East and West Laguna, Hacienda, Rollingwood, just kind of the, maybe 4 streets or something, something that's very quaint and that, they can come, so So I don't know if that's something like, I'd like to do something in Carpenter's Trace,
Yeah.
but that we could probably do all of Carpenter's Trace
Right.
because
Right.
it's just that,
And Cedar Brook, and
right.
Yeah.
And Cedar Brook, Carpenter's Trace, yeah, the whole.
I can't even remember the name of the other little street off Cedar
Yeah,
Brook.
all of that, all of that at once,
That's gonna make quite a few groups though, right?
it will be a lot of groups, but I guess I was just kind of looking at it, if they want to come, I'm sure, I want our new chief to have, and the officers and stuff, to be able to answer their questions
Right.
and the kids and get to know them and stuff like that.
I kind of like the idea that when you talk about the sectors, I
Uh-huh.
know you probably don't have enough time to figure that out exactly
Right.
yet, but how many sectors do you think there would be? Just roughly, I'm
I'd
not
say
trying to hold you to it. It'd just be
5 or 6.
5 or 6?
Just looking at the layout, it's kind of spread out, so you want to break them down so they make sense.
It'd be nice if you get enough people interested in it and they would watch along those lines.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's what we were gonna try to.
So I just actually need to sit down on a map and kind of figure it out,
Right.
and then I can say, okay.
Because that would really make a lot of sense if you had a pattern of something going on,
Yeah.
to let somebody know.
Yeah, and if we could get people with their email addresses,
Yeah.
then you do a blast email, something's going on, or throughout the city, or certain areas, or whatever.
Yeah, that's our plan.
That's the goal, anyway.
I just need to sit down and look at a map and just kind of, it'll come to me eventually.
I don't know if I want to be considered in a sector or not, but,
But it's mostly just for reporting purposes.
Yeah, but I mean, it's good for that email thing too, so if you have something going on, it goes out to that group. I mean,
Yeah,
that
and that's
makes
what
perfect sense.
we'd add our reports, like, on the reports, you can add a sector to it. So when I run a report on, what type of report on what type of report. When I try to look at what type of reports we are, I can break it down into sectors, like sector 1.
Right.
So if they put it in sector 1, I know, okay, all these reports happened in this sector. Okay, what do I have, how many theft reports do I have there? And then I look at the patterns on those theft reports. When you break it down, it's instead of looking at the whole city and trying to figure it out on the map where it's at, you just break it down into sectors, and it's easier to figure out and keep track of. But then, again, the reporting, we just throw out a blast email on the website saying, hey, we're seeing activity in sector 1, theft activity, this is what we're seeing, be on the lookout. And then everybody, you look at the web page, and we'll be able to send out alerts that way too, which is a lot easier. So it's the easiest way to do it, plus the emails, because everybody's electronic now. So.
Right.
Yep. Sounds like a plan. So you got anything?
No.
No?
Okay.
We appreciate Park Hills for
Yes.
helping
Oh,
out.
yeah, clear to you.
I give kudos to you guys.
Yeah,
I do
yeah.
appreciate it.
All that help we gave.
Hey, we needed somebody's help. I mean,
Fishing derby, are you guys gonna be available or somebody for the fishing derby?
We are going to have somebody. I
Okay.
just don't know exactly who just
Okay.
yet, because I got to figure out who's scheduled on
Okay.
that day.
It was
So
lovely.
I'm actually just working on finishing June's schedule. I got a few more changes.
Okay. When is that fishing derby? The 30th or May 30th or something?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it is.
Did
So
they contact
Isn't
you?
it?
they have not contacted me.
That's early, isn't it? Isn't it usually in June?
They're having several this year.
Oh, fun, okay.
Yeah. So they thought Memorial Day, since a lot of people do stay here,
Mm-hmm.
they'll have a family camp out. and
So it's a
fish
Friday?
tournament.
Is it Friday or is it Saturday?
Oh, I'm looking at April. Yeah, when is the
What is
30th
that?
of?
Because I'll be out of town on the 31st. So
Okay.
I'm hoping it's not the 31st. No,
Okay.
no offense.
Um,
I'll be coming in
I had to
from Beaver
clear the
Creek, Ohio.
street, I babysat
Be coming in from Beaver Creek, Ohio.
Beaver Creek, Ohio.
Huh, you're already taking days off, are you?
No, that's actually an off day. I
Oh.
feel it's soccer tournament.
Let's
Ah,
see.
love those soccer tournaments.
Thank you, that was aggravating me.
But we are going to have some
You're
people.
supposed to flip a little more.
30th, the 30th is a Friday.
Friday? Okay.
And Joe gave me the times. I'll get that for you.
'Cause I'm actually
The
working.
kids are starting like, certain time. Just certain time, and the adults fish until like 1 in the morning.
Okay.
Oh, okay, so this isn't the normal one we have that starts like at
No,
early in the morning?
This is something,
Okay,
this is just something.
okay.
So it'd be kind of an evening.
Totally
It's an
random.
evening thing,
Yeah.
okay.
I
Yeah, it's
think I'm
night
actually
fishing.
working, I think I'm actually working second shift that day. That'll be my last shift.
Or the kids fish from like 5 to 9,
So are they gonna
and
have
then
like the
adults
regular,
after that.
like the regular fishing derby that we're used to having? You know, where they have it up here in the
They'll
morning?
have that too.
Okay, they just
Yeah,
have it set a
this
date
is just-
time. Oh, okay.
For the,
That's more like
they
the-
can camp out up there.
Okay.
Well, they usually have it some, well, I don't
Shoot.
know.
Yeah, okay.
At Nutini usually.
I think they're gonna have a bonfire,
Nice.
some music.
I'll definitely, 30th, I'll definitely be there. And then, because I think I do work seconds that night.
Okay.
I
And
think
then,
they were talking about having fire now again this year.
I did hear that, but I don't know what the, I haven't heard the particulars.
I'm gonna walk over there when I get done here.
Because if they are, we need to get working.
I
on
know,
that.
'cause that's
Prove it more
serious
hours.
now.
Yeah.
But I've seen them throw things together pretty quick. It goes pretty quick.
Because, yeah, the 4th, that's.
I mean, because we don't need all that up there like we used to have.
Well, they have, the 4th, but they would they have it on the 4th or would they have it more on the 5th?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
It's not clear. In fact, that's who called me. Joe.
Okay.
I'll go over there and
Anything
find
else?
out.
Nope.
Nope.
Okay, I guess it's a wrap.